Welcome to special edition of Court Helicopter News, where today we are celebrating the day I was admitted as an advocate of the High Court of Kenya. On the 4th of November 2011, retired Chief Justice Mutunga admitted me as an advocate. Today, let us see the difference of what an advocate is and what other people are. We are dealing with the question of remuneration. How do the advocates get remunerated? The Advocates Remuneration Order, a law that deals with how the work of an advocate is remunerated, is paid for, provides for how much each advocate's work can be paid. But what if there's a dispute? Whenever there's a dispute between a client and an advocate, then that matter goes to a taxing master or taxing mistress called a deputy registrar of the High Court. The advocate will file saying, this is the work I did. You will file yourselves and say, this is not the work Omari did. That matter, the deputy registrar will confirm what is owed to an advocate. If one is not satisfied with the amount the registrar has given, then that person can go for what is called a reference to the High Court, challenging the decision of the registrar, that is the deputy registrar, the taxing person. And that is how fees for advocates is provided for. Number two, who is an unqualified person? An unqualified person is somebody who has not been admitted as an advocate. And that unqualified person, if he represents you, your case will be dismissed because that person is not an advocate for the purpose of Chapter 16 of the Advocates Act, which defines who is a qualified advocate and who is allowed to practice in a court of law. Third issue about unqualified people. Remember, the pleadings they file, the papers they file to court, under the Law Society of Kenya and under the laws of this country, an advocate can only practice if he has a practicing certificate. In episode 3, we shall be looking at what is a practicing certificate. That is the license that allows somebody to practice. And how will you know that this is a fake advocate? How will you know that this advocate is qualified to deal with this? Lastly, all advocates are trained to handle any matters. There is no advocate, you say, who has specialized on this matter. Specialization will come by choice. So when you go to the university, when you go to the Kenya School of Law, you study law. The lawyers, the advocates know where the law is. Then they come out and say, me, I'll specialize in criminal law, like Danstan Omari, and constitutional law and family law. Others will do conveyancing law. Others will do commercial laws. Others will do public interest litigation. Others will do environment and land matters. Others will do the laws called labor relations matters. So there are very many branches of law, but the most important qualification for one is the qualification that one must be an advocate and must have a valid practicing certificate. Welcome to Court Helicopter Special Edition. In the next episode, we shall be looking at that special license called the practicing certificate to allow you be seated at the bar here and address the bench in that and question the witnesses or lead the witnesses in court. Wakili Danstan Omari on a special episode on his day of admission. That is the 4th of November 2011. Thank you.